Hello again, this is Alex with MasterChartsTrading.com, and this is market recap for Friday, March 1st, 2019. First of all, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. So we have a normal kind of looking program today. We have stocks that are grinding higher. We'll look at Chinese stocks, and they are looking promising. We'll give an example of a trade, Foot Locker, and the longer the holding period, usually the bigger the gains. We'll look at junk bonds. Treasuries dropped. We'll see if it's time to buy them. Then we'll go into commodities, oil, natural gas, gold. Finish off with crypto review. Let's start with S&P 500 ETF SPY. So you can see, well, we can look at futures as well. Here's futures, ES1 exclamation point. I thought we were breaking out back here in January, late January this year, 2019, and it seems to be that the breakout is valid and is holding. So we're looking basically at the bullish security, and this entire big drop here from December to late January somehow worked itself off. So looks like the end of the world for now has been postponed, and we'll be looking to buy stocks, and this is exactly what we're doing. So here's S&P 500 ETF SPY. Alert was sent to my subscribers. This is again looks like a bullish security, so I would be looking to buy it. Now the latest few days didn't really do much. A couple of weeks basically of consolidation with a kind of grind higher. I think fresh highs are not that far off, and for example here's Dow Jones, and the fresh highs are just a few points away really at 268 here. So I think the stocks are bullish, so we should be buying them, and this is exactly what we're doing, and this is what I am doing as well. I've been increasing my exposure to stocks of late. Junk bonds, here's JNK, looks like they broke out here in late January as well. This is what kind of made the case for a bullishness in stocks easier to make, because up to very recently we were hitting 52-week lows for junk bonds. You can see that my reasoning here not to sell, not to short stocks here on the 7th and 8th of January, because there was no bearish action. The price did come up to the red line, but there was no close below it. So something similar to what we had, for example, here in October 2018. You can see a price came up to the red line, and again you can find out more about this indicators at MasterCharts Trading, about these lines in the chart, and you can see that the sell-off was pretty hard afterwards, but there was nothing of this nature back in mid-January here, and then eventually in late January 2019 we see a breakout here. So I think this is a bullish security and it should be traded accordingly. Investment grade bonds, on the other hand, came under pretty severe selling. Here you can see a top on the 19th of February, and then we can see a relatively steep drop. I actually have a position open, a long position in it myself. Now again, you need to calculate your position size. In other words, how many shares are you going to be buying? And this would be based on the size of your account. And I usually recommend not risking more than 1% of your account on any one particular trade. So this is exactly what I did, and if this trade will indeed fail, then my loss would be very limited compared to the overall size of my account. So this is called risk control, and it's very important. I would say about 50% of the success in trading is just from pure risk control, and following the same thing over and over. So patterns, same pattern. So we're looking, for example, I'm looking for breakout patterns, and at the same time I'm controlling my risk, because I know that not every single trade will work out. Usually the success rate is over 70, sometimes 80%, maybe even close to 90% occasionally, but you still cannot have a 100% success in trading, so we minimize those losses. Alright, so let's look at Chinese stocks here actually a few days ago on the 25th of February, and I do look at foreign ETFs, foreign stocks. We do trade it at MasterCharts Trading. So here I was about to send an alert but kind of held off a little bit. What I want to do is I want to see a close above this blue line, which is currently at 45.09. This is FXI, the mainland, the big large cap Chinese companies. So far I don't see a breakout, but you know, we need to keep our minds open, and if we see a breakout, I have no problem buying these stocks. In fact, here is ASHR, which is a representation of kind of like a mainland Chinese shares. You can't really buy them individually, not that I'm aware at least. Similar pattern, basically approaching breakout levels, currently 28.49, and again, I have no problem buying this security so long as it is going up. If it's going down, I do not want to be buying it. So it looks like China wants to go higher, and we will act accordingly when or if the breakout occurs. So today I wanted to give another example of how I think about trading and how I approach trading. And this is a trend trading. Basically, we're looking for trends, and we jump on that trend and we ride that trend until it no longer is a trend. So here is an example of an actual stock we traded at MasterCharts Trading. It's Foot Locker, symbol FL. So here, this is a chart from May 2018, and you can see the security is just kind of down below this red line, then not really doing anything. So probably I wouldn't even be touching it. Now, as we advance forward, we see these indicator lines coming down. So these indicator lines, you can find out more about them at MasterCharts Trading. These are excellent, in my opinion, lines of resistance, support and resistance. And sometimes, occasionally, they do this, pretty sharp moves like this. And I kind of look for these types of patterns because these types of patterns show where the risk is being reduced. And what I mean is, if the price is down below here and the lines are coming down towards the price, it makes it much easier for this security to reach bullish levels, which is, in my definition, simply above the blue line. So we advance a little bit forward, and you can see a clear breakout right there on 25th of May 2018, just a big gap above the blue line, and you can see the blue line came down, and then the price itself gapped over that line. So at this point, you could just buy, but I don't like such large gaps, and so usually I would wait until they come down. Sometimes they don't come down, and this is something we need to be cognizant of. So here we're just simply saying that this is a breakout. So now from here on, I'm looking at the stock and I'm interested in buying it where? Around the blue line. Why? Because the risk is reduced. If I buy it up here by the green line, the risk is greater because my stop would be significantly lower so that I don't get stopped out. So here we see the price is coming down towards the blue line, and these arrows up here are actual alerts that were sent to my subscribers. So actually we have sent 5 alerts here. Before this stock finally took off, and you can see just an enormous gain of over 40% in about a few months. Now notice here that it took quite a while for this gain to materialize, and in trading and in stock trading specifically, we usually want to hold the position for longer than to sell it quickly. It's been proven time and again that the longer you hold the stock positions, the better the overall outcomes. Because, you know, people sometimes try to trade in and out, but overall the best kind of money is made by holding. And if you are a longer term holder of stocks, then this would have been just a perfect trade for you because you're already up, you know, over 40%. And this looks like a bullish security and will very likely continue higher from here. So this is an essence of how I trade at MasterCharts Trading, and I just use my own indicator lines to simply find good places to buy and to put my stops. Okay, from here on it's various commodities, forex, etc., and gold, and then we'll get to Bitcoin. So first let's look at the dollar index. Dollar index still looks to be in a bull market. Perhaps I'm overthinking the relationship between dollar and gold, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Basically right now gold and dollar are behaving inconsistently. So here is the dollar, it's like barely moved. Gold collapsed today. Now notice where gold collapsed to. Basically it collapsed exactly to the blue line. So we will see if this holds here, but you know, we are looking to buy, personally I'm looking to buy gold and gold related assets. In fact, this is an actual alert here from January 3rd, so you had plenty of opportunity to make money here on the upside. For now, looks like gold is taking a breather, and perhaps you know, we'll see basically where it's going. The same goes for GDX. Here's another example of one of my favorite patterns. When the indicators come down, price comes up, and boom, got a nice move there. So, you know, you have had plenty of opportunity to make some money here. We're not really investing, we're trading, right? So when or if the price comes down for GDX towards 21.29 currently, this is a blue line, I personally would be interested myself in buying the security. But for now, you know, this is kind of like a normal, in my opinion, this is a relatively normal looking pullback after the breakout. All right, let's look at oil, gas. So here is oil. This is a CFD on crude oil, but you can look at futures as well. It makes no difference. It's very similar. So let me look at USOIL. It just makes things simpler. So USOIL, I think it's in a bear market, so I would be shorting it. But right now the price action is just not confirming this bearish posture, so I'll be waiting and doing nothing until I see a trigger that I like. The same goes for UKOIL or Brent oil. You can see Brent oil. I mean, in my opinion, this is a bearish security, but you know, I need to see a trigger, and I don't see a trigger to sell, to short it yet. So I'm going to wait again. Natural gas, if you opened back here, I actually sent this to my subscribers here in January. You had just a beautiful move here in your favor. Right now I'm basically doing nothing. I'm just waiting for a better setup for natural gas. Maybe it will go higher towards 3.4, then we will consider shorting it again. Alright, let's look at some of the cryptocurrencies. So first of all, here's Bitcoin down to about 3,900 from just huge sums before. Bearish security, I would not be touching it currently because I personally prefer to see a bigger bounce. So here's a couple of interesting setups. Here's LTCUSD, Litecoin versus US dollar. You know, it came up to this red line and basically would be selling it here, shorting it here. One thing that we need to be aware of is, notice how narrow the trading range has become. You can see the distance between green and yellow lines is quite narrow versus the distance back here, which is a lot wider. So this means that the price has less distance to travel towards the bullish level. So do be aware of that. And here's another potential setup, EOSUSD. I mean, if it gets to the red line, maybe we'll consider shorting it there. But until then, I would just probably not touch it at all. All right, let me first of all say thank you to my team. So I first of all wanted to say that we are still obviously in the middle of a everyone can trade campaign. If you go to Indiegogo.com and you can search for us right there, you can type in everyone can trade and you can find us there, MasterCharts Trading. So the team has been just absolutely awesome, and we are approaching our goal. Of course, we still need your backing, so please continue to back our campaign, and of course definitely spread the word to this campaign by sharing this with your friends, your network, and posting it on your social channels. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you already for quite a few backers that have backed our campaign. Now we have an anonymous donation from for $1,000. So this qualifies as an enormous thank you in the video. So enormous thank you to you from the entire team. Thank you so much. In fact, I have named a candle after your donation, after your help, and here it is on Etsy chart. There's the thank you for the $1,000 donation. We have several other ones that are relatively large as well. There's a $400 donation. This qualifies as a somewhere between a big and a giant thank you. I would say that this qualifies to name a candle as well, so I decided to name a candle in your name. So thank you, Anonymous, for your donation and for backing our campaign. And there's this for Intel Corporation. Also, I wanted to say just a regular thank you in the video, but I personally know this several friends of mine. There's Alexander Chorny, Eugene Fine, Eugene Goldsman. They donated $100, so thank you for that to them. My dad donated Burger of Vsevolod, you can try to pronounce that, donated $300, so that qualifies him for somewhere between a big and a giant thank you. Again, thank you from the entire team. And of course, let's not forget everybody who has given any amount and has spread the word. We are extremely grateful for your help, and the entire team is extremely grateful for your help. Also, you can see that we have here on the campaign, we have exclusive deals. For example, we have here a 14 months package, which you get usually 12 months, and the price is basically for the price of 12 months. We have several other deals like a 2 months trial, a 4 months trial, and also we have a 7 months package and a 2-year package and a 5-year package, and of course a lifetime package. So also I have several new videos that I uploaded. For example, here's one from one of the team members, Alex Sadovsky, and he's a mathematician and analyst, and do listen to what he has to say. I think it's an excellent kind of summary of what he has been doing here at MasterCharts Trading, which is basically creating various trading systems and making them useful so that people can actually use them, the traders can actually use them and trade successfully. So again, please head over to MasterChartsTrading.com, or you can go to Indiegogo and click find our campaign by searching for hashtag everyone can trade, and back the campaign by buying one of the perks here. Thank you for watching and have another great trading week. Bye bye.